Okay, now it's recording. Okay, so let me shift this video to here. Okay, so this is the table I showed you. So this example is a project gave you those activities, and you can see the activity name are given. And in the middle, the activity durations are given. Those are given information. Now, we want to calculate early start, early finish. So our activity and project typically start on day one of your project. Day one of your project. Then over here, we want this activity. I know the early start. I want calculate this early finish over here. So this equation, early finish of an activity equal to early start plus duration. So that means this plus this equal to that. This 1 plus 1. So over here, this is 2. Okay. Then we calculate next activities. Next activities, early start. Next activities, early start equal to IPA's early finish. This one only have one IPA. See, there's only one line before this activity, only one line. So that means this equal to early finish of the IPA. Early finish of IPA is 2. So over here, this is 2. This one, same thing. This one is that IPA of this guy. Early finish of that is 2. This is 2 as well. Okay, this is what the equation tells us. Then I want to calculate the early finish of this guy. Early finish of this guy. We go back to the first equation. What should be the value I put in over here?
11.
2 plus 9 is 11.
11.
Okay, very good. Very good. What about here?
7.
Very good. 7. 2 plus 5. This is 7 over here. So now, this one is not only one IPA. See, there's 2 lines before that. 2 lines. So 2 lines, then this one early finish is 11. This one early finish is 7. So I have 2 lines, have 2 IPAs. I need to compare the early finish of the 2 IPAs of this 2. Find the largest number. So compare this 11 and 7. Find the largest number to put it over here. So what number should I put?
11.
11 over here. Okay. If it's have multiple lines, multiple IPAs, if I have multiple IPAs, then I need to use this latest. The latest. That's what this latest means. Okay. So this one have only one IPA because only one line goes in. Then over here, I just put 7. Okay. So here, what number should I put?
16.
16, 1, 6, 11 plus 5 is 16. What about here?
11.
11. 7 plus 4 is 11. Then what number I should put over here?
16.
16.
16.
So again, we compare this 16 and this 11. Find the larger one, that's 16. So over here, I should put
11.
11. So here, 16 plus 4, we got 20. 11 plus 6 is 17. Okay, then over here, compare 20, 17,
20.
20, 20 plus 1, 21. Okay, so this is, I start on the morning of this one. Actually, I need to mention this. When we use the system I showed you, this system is called morning time system. Why we call that morning time system is because over here you can see my project start on day 1. What time on day 1? Early morning. The morning on day 1. It use 1 day to finish. So actually start on the morning, on the evening I finish it. But here I use 2. That means this is the early morning of day 2. This one is already finished. You understand here? So all the time I marked over here, that's the morning time spot. Morning time spot. Okay, so this is morning of day 1. This is the morning of day 2. Morning of day 2 actually equivalent to evening of day 1. Okay, this is morning of day 2. This is morning of day 11. Morning of day 2, morning of day 7. So this is morning of day 21, morning of day 21. So if I ask you how many days this project needed to finish, how many days? What is the total duration of this?
21 days. 21 days.
21. I need 21 days. Do I?
Yes, sir.
20 days.
20 days. Very good. Because as I said, this means early morning of day 21. That equivalent to the evening time of day 20. So that means I already finished everything on the evening of day 20. We don't need 21 days. We need only 20 days. This is a little trick when you use morning system, morning time system. Be careful over here. So after the calculation, remember, we are not using 21 days for the whole project. We only need 20 days. Okay. Now, this is this. Let me share with you my screen again. So then I fill in the early start, early finish over here, just like this. So on the note, you don't need to write it down because on the note, I already write it everything down over here. Okay. Then this is early start, early finish. Now let's work on the next 2 items, the late start and the late finish over here. So late start and the late finish, what that means, late start, the latest time the activity have to start without delay the project completion date. So if I don't want delay the completion date, what is the latest start? What is the latest time I have to start it? Over here, late finish is the latest time an activity have to finish without delaying the project completion date. So both of this, the late start, late finish, means it's targeting on no delay on the completion date of the whole project. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's see the equations. If I know the late start, if I know the late finish, of one activity. Then the late start equal to late finish minus duration. Minus duration. And then late finish of previous one. Previous one. This one, when we analyze late start and the late finish over here, we have to go backward. When we last page, when we calculate the early start, early finish, we go forward. Remember that? And here, when we calculate late start, late finish, we go backward because we need to set up a completion date first. We want this completion date, then we calculate backward. So if I know this late finish minus duration is its late start, and then if I want to find the previous one's late start, if it's equal to the ISA's late start, the late finish equal to the ISA's late start. So if we have multiple of them, for example, here, we have multiple ISAs, then select the smallest number. Earliest time means smallest number. Okay, let's, this is the equations. Let me show you on this example. Okay, let's go back to my manual analysis sheet over here. So as I said, if I want to calculate the late finish, late start, late finish, we have set a target finishing date. So most commonly, if I tell the owner I can finish in 20 days, then they will ask you, okay, go ahead, finish in 20 days. So my finishing date is early morning. Of day 21. So same as here. That's very commonly used. Okay. I want target completion date is this, same as what I analyzed over here. Okay. Then, so if I want to find this activity's late start, this I have the late finish, I want to calculate the late start, that -1. This -1 equal to 20. Okay, then I want to find the previous activities late finish. That equal to is ISA's late start. So over here is 20. This one, ISA's late start is also 20. 20 minus 4, 20 minus 4. This is 16. 20 minus 6, this is 14. So go backward. This guy, this is 16. So over here, this is only one ISA. So I use exactly this early start number. So this is 16. This guy, it's a little bit more complicated because it has two ISA. For this ISA, this early start is 16. For this ISA, this early start is 14. So this number, I should put 16 or 14.
14.
14, very good. Because I need, in the equation is that earliest late start. Earliest late start means the smaller number. So compare 16 and 14. Oh, I put the wrong place. 14 over here. Okay, and then 16 minus 5 is 11. 14 minus 4, this should be 10. Okay, and go backward. This has only one ISA. One ISA. This number is 11. So put 11 here. This one have 2. This is 11. This is 10. So I put 10 over here. 10 minus 5 is 5. 11 minus 9, this is 2. Again, this guy have 2 ISAs. This one is 2. This one is 5. Select smaller number, put a hole here, is 2. 2 minus 1, this is 1. So we finish the backward calculation. First round, forward calculation for early start, early finish. Then set up the same number over here and then calculate backward for late start, late finish. Okay. Any questions so far? This is early start, early finish, forward pass. And then calculate late start, late finish, late start, late finish, backward path, one by one. Okay, after we got this, now we back to our table over here. Late start, late finish is finished. I put everything over here. This is 2120. 2016 and 2014, 1611, 1410, 10:5, 11:2, 2:1. Okay. Okay. Next step. We're going to need to calculate float. The two float number over here, total float, and the free float, total float and the free float. Okay, there's two numbers. Let's see, what is total float concept? The total float is the amount of time that activity can be delayed before it impacts the completion date of the project. I don't want impact the completion date of the whole project. How many free days I have for each activity. Next one is free float. Free float is defined as the amount of time that an activity can be delayed before it impacts the start of any succeeding activities. So total float is no impact on the whole project completion date. Free float is I don't want to have any impact for the succeeding activities. So this is the difference. Let's see how to calculate it. Those are the definition. The calculation equation is like this. Total float is easier. Total float is just use late time minus early time. You can either use late finish minus early finish or late start minus early start. Give you the same number. Late time minus early time. Okay, late time minus early time. Basically this minus this or this minus this. Give you same result. This minus that, this minus that. Same result. Okay. And then to calculate a free float, we need to calculate a lag number on each link line. On each link line, and then select the smallest one. Select the smallest one. So for each link line, we calculate a lag number. Link line AB, lag number equal to the early start of B minus early finish of A. So early start of B, for example, this guy, minus early finish of A. A means the left-hand side one, the preceding activity. B means succeeding activity. So succeeding activities, early start minus preceding activities, early finish. So that's lag. Then if you have multiple lag on the line, then select the smaller one among this, put it over here. So the line following that activity. So I will show you, use our example, this example. Okay, let's turn it off, go back to here. So first, total float, very easy to calculate, very easy to calculate. 2 minus 2, this number, late finish minus early finish, 2 minus 2, 0. 11 minus 11, 0. 16 minus 16, 0. 20 minus 20, 0. 21 minus 21, 0. Here, 10 minus 7, 3. 14 minus 11, 3. 20 minus 17, 3. That's total float. Very easy to calculate, total float. Now we need to calculate lag. Lag means for each line, use the early start minus early finish of preceding one. So this is 2 minus preceding's early finish. This is 0. On this line, you mark the lag number 0. This 11 minus 11, lag is also 0. 16 minus 16 is lag is 0. 20 minus 20, this lag is also 0. See this one. 2 minus 2, this is also 0. This 11 minus 7, this is early start 11. This is 7, there is a 4 on this line. 7 minus 7, there is 0. 16 minus 11, there's a 5 over here. 11 minus 11, there's a 0. This one, 20 minus 17. 20 minus 17, there is a 3 over here. So that's lag number. Based upon lag number, we can calculate a free float. Free float equal to all the lag number following that activity. All the lag number following that activity, find the smallest one. 0 and 0, smallest is 0. And over here, this one have only one line following that, so that's 0. This guy have 2 of them, 0 and 4. Find the smaller of it, 0. This guy have only 1, 0. And this one have 2, 0 and 5. Find smaller of them, 0. This one have only 1 of them, 0. This one have only 1 of them. This is a 3. Okay, and over here, this guy have nothing. If there's nothing, 0. Okay, now we have all the free float, total float for every activity finished. Okay, every activity, free float, total float is finished. Now, let's go back to our PowerPoint. Okay. So as what I did, I fill in all those information over here with those lag numbers, free float, total float. With the free float, total float, next step is easy. For along one line, from the beginning, track all activities. There's a one line. It's free float and the total float. Everywhere is 0. So everywhere free float, total float is zeros, then that's path from beginning to the end. That path is called critical path. Critical path. Those activities are called critical activities. Okay, critical activities, critical path. Along total float, free float equal to 0. That line is critical. We can't delay because those total float tells you how many days you can delay before impact the finishing date. Okay, I can't. That means this line, this activities cannot be delayed. 0 days. You have 0 days for flexibility. So you don't have any day to delay. So that's called critical. All the zeros means critical. Okay, any questions? Now let's do a example. Okay, work on this. Oh, probably I could. Did I post it online yet? Let me see. Did I post this page on Canvas yet?
No, you didn't.
Oh, I didn't. I can post it now, and you can print it out if you want. So let me post it now.
Are we turning this in?
No, this is in-class practice.
Okay.
In-class practice. Okay, I posted it on Canvas. You can print it out. If you don't have printer at home, you are working at home, then that's okay. You can manually draw it. Not very complicated. Okay, gave you probably 15 minutes to work on it, and then I can check your answer. Okay, if you finish part of it, I can check with you. So you can type in the chat to me, not to everybody. Probably after you do the forward pass. After you do the forward pass, let me see. Give me 1 second. I find my answer for that first, and then let's see. You can type in only a couple of numbers, so I can make sure your answer is correct. Let's see what number I want you to type in. So 1 second. Okay, over here, find it. So what is the last one? This guy's late finish. So if you already finish forward pass, type in the number for this guy, the final one, final clean, the late finish date over here. Type in to me only, not to everybody. No, 24 is not correct. 24 is not correct yet. This one may be a little bit confusing. It's from here, it end of this guy to the start of this guy. Okay, that's this over here. Any other student finished early start, early finish? Type in over here, this guy. Very good, very good. So Ashur, that's correct number. That's correct. Keep going. Put this number as a late finish of the last one. Then go backward. Calculate backward. For late start, late finish. Now, after you finish everything, I want you to show, so how many lag numbers are there? How many lag numbers are there? So if you have 2, you just type in what are those 2 lag numbers. If you think there are 3 lag numbers on the lines, then you type in that 3 numbers together to me. Then I can see if your lag number is correct, then pretty much I will say your network should be correct. Zeros, you don't need to tell me zeros. You just tell me the non-zero lag numbers on the lines. Order doesn't matter. Order doesn't matter. So everybody got 31 for the early finish.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, great. And backward path, backward path. Let me check one backward path. Let's check this one. Again, you can type in, don't type into everybody, otherwise everybody will know the answer. I want everybody to try. Let's type in this one, shut off electric. This one, what is the late start and the late finish? Two numbers, late start, late finish for this guy. After you finish, just chat to me. No, you you send it to everybody again. Oh. You got that correct, actually, but twice you send to everybody, so everybody knows the correct answer then. Okay, so that is 5 and 9. Sylvestra is correct. So give you a little bit more time to see if you can get those numbers. Okay, that's correct number. So everybody finished the late start, late finish yet? Late start, late finish. Already finished that? If you finish the late start, late finish, you can calculate total float. Total float is extremely easy. Extremely easy. Just late finish minus early finish. Then is to calculate lag on each line. Lag on each line. So most of these lines are with zeros. Only a few have numbers. You can type in your numbers. Order doesn't matter. Type in the numbers I can check it for you. Anyone, for example, if this is the problem over here, so I have 3 leg numbers, 3, 4, and 5. So you can just in the chat, you can type in 453 or 354. Order doesn't matter. So others are all zeros. So for this problem, how many number you have, type in. Anyone finished that yet? What do you mean by 4? You mean there are four numbers, or you only have one number, which is 4? So what are they? Type in what are they? Uh, 3 of them are correct, 1 is wrong. So the third number you type in is wrong. Other 3 are correct. The third number is wrong. The other 3 are all correct. Uh, 8 and 10 are not correct number. 8 and 10 are not correct. They are not correct. So did you get 31 and 5 and 9, first of all? That's correct.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Sylvestra, that's correct. Then I guess your whole network is correct. Very good, very good. So some students typically forget to, this one I also ask you to, let me see, did I ask you to mark the critical path? So for each activity, computers. Oh, I didn't. Yeah. It's good to mark the critical path. Probably some students use highlight, some students use check. So either way is fine. just show me the critical path as the last. So okay, so I think a critical path 16 days. What do you mean? No, critical path shouldn't be 16 days. You calculate the total duration of the project is finish on day 31, so the total duration is 30 days. If you have 30 days, you build up your critical path. Summation of the critical path duration should be 30 as well. Okay, that should be 30 as well. 30 days, that's the length of the summation of all the critical activities. Okay, shouldn't be 16, should be 30 days. Okay, that's a critical path. Anyway, okay, we already have used on this in-class exercise for 20 minutes. So I'm going to stop over here. You can use your own time to review that. You can talk to each other to search help, figure this out. This is a very basic ones. So in the future, in our test, typically this is the first step for any problem. I gave you a resource leveling, resource allocation. Typically, this is the first step of any big calculation problems. So that is very important for any problem we have. Probably this is the first step to find out early start, early finish, late start, late finish, and total float, free float. Whatever is a resource analysis or in the future cost analysis, this always be the very important first step. So I hope you can handle it very well. So if you need more time to solve it, then go ahead and do it by yourself. I can post my answer key. Not today. I want you to take some time to calculate it. Then I will post this. I will scan and post my answer key on Canvas later, not today. Okay. I want you to try it first. Okay, because of time, let's wrap up here. Because this is a review, I will not spend too long time on this. This should be handled by undergraduate class. Today, I planned to talk about how to calculate activity duration. How to calculate this activity durations. Okay, so let me change the video to show face. Okay, so this is chapter 4. For last example, if you haven't got the answer correct yet, Sawashra already got everything correct, I believe. If you guys work together, you can check with him, and in a couple of days, I will post my answer. You can check my answer as well. Okay, but this 2 days, I want you to try it first based upon the example I gave you. The answer of the example, it's online, it's on Canvas. Okay, answer of this example is on Canvas. Okay, now because of time, let's work on our next chapter. We only have 15 minutes today, so I want to at least finish one example of the chapter 4. Okay, we have several examples for chapter 4. Okay, so in last example I showed you, we do the calculation, the duration for each activity is given. See, those duration is 1 day, duration 4 days. How did we get that number? How did we fill in that number in the network model? So that one, as I mentioned earlier, is based upon your company's previous productivity, previous data on productivity of your labors, your equipment. Okay, so let's see. This chapter tells us how to calculate those activities, single activities duration. So a single activities duration, the unit could be in months, could be in days, could be hours. It depends on the size of the project. All of those units very popularly used. And when we do the calculations, so how we get our company's productivity? Productivity is calculated by previous data, how many quantity of work I finished, and how many labor hours I have used. Based upon this two information, this divided by that, I can get my productivity, previous productivity, based upon historical data. If I have that, now I have a new project coming. I can estimate what is the quantity of the work, expected quantity of work. Based upon expected quantity of work divided by my historical productivity, you can estimate labor hours. How many labor hours is needed? And then based upon this labor hours and based upon available labors of my company right now, you can calculate the duration in hours. And in the table, everything is in days. Then typically it's an 8-hour working day. So the hours divided by 8, you got how many days? That's a typical calculation method. Let's today, I do want to finish this example together with you. Okay, let me find another paper. So let me find a white paper. So let me write down this, show you my hand calculation over here. So this is example 4-1. So given information is I have now 9 cubic meters of work, and I paid $950, and I know the cost per labor hours is $33.2 per labor per hour. This is given information. I want to calculate productivity. So the solution will be, so I want to calculate first how many labor hours I have spent. So the labor hours can be calculated by the total amount, by unit amount. See, this is totally 950 divided by, so this is total cost divided by cost per labor hour. cost per labor hour. So this is equal to $950 divided by 33.2. I got how many labor hours I have used. Total resource.
28.6.
Say that again. 28.6 what? Labor hours. Okay. So with this labor hours, I have 9 cubic meters. I finished 9 cubic meters. So this one, I can calculate my productivity. Productivity is equal to the total amount of work divided by the labor hours. Amount of work, 9 cubic meters divided by 28.61 labor hours. So we got the productivity is 0.3146 cubic meter per labor per hour. This is the productivity. So this problem wants us to calculate this productivity, okay? Then it also asks us to calculate duration. Duration, we can use T. If we have 1 labor, and also duration if we have 2 labors. So the duration can be calculated in last page is total labor hours divided by how many labor is available. This one shows you 1 labor. So this one is 28.61 divided by 1. This is labor hour divided by labor. So you can see labor hour divided by labor. Labor canceled out. Left over is how many hours? So 28.61 hours, which is equal to divided by 8. So I got 3.6 days. In the table, we only keep whole number, approximately equal to 4 days. We round up to make sure we can finish in time. We round up. Even 3.1, I round up to 4. Okay, so if it's 2 labors, it just same equation. We got this labor hours divided by the number of labors, which is 28.61 divided by 2, okay, which is equal to 14.3 hours, which is equal to 1.8 days. Then approximately in the table, we put 2 days in the table. Okay, this is the solution. Any questions about this example?
Sir, divided by 8 is, you mean per day 8 hours of work, right?
Right. 8 hour working day. Standard,
Okay,
yeah, standard 8 hour working day. If it's not like that, I need to specifically tell you this is a
Okay.
10 hour working day. If this is not pointed out, then that's standard 8 hour working day.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions? Let's see. Then, okay, let's. I will let you to work on this one. Number 2, very similar. I have a quantity of work, 47 square meters of forming work. The productivity is 1.8 labor hour per square meter. I want to determine the duration. What duration, if I have 1 labor, 2 labor, 3 labor, 4 labors, you can calculate 1 labor first. If you got 1 labor correct, the others are easy. Just divide by 2, divide by 3, divide by 4. So it's easy. So you can calculate how many, what is the duration I should put in the table for this amount of work, this productivity. So if you have answer, if you finish, you can type in chat. I can check if that's correct or not. No, I didn't see correct answer yet. I mean, 1 labor, how many hours, how many days you need? What is the duration? How many days you need if you have 1 labor? No, I didn't see correct answer yet. No, I didn't see correct answer yet. No, I didn't see any correct answer yet. If I have 1 labor, I just need how many days you need? 1 labor.
26 days.
No, not correct yet. 1 labor, no, that's not correct yet. Okay, I think it's already time. I already post this week's Primavera assignment. So if you want to do it today, tomorrow, that's okay. To be honest, to do it in the lab is easier. You don't need to, log in remotely, and the speed is faster because online is slow. It's slow. I connected online with the lab computer, but it's really slow. So if you want to do it by yourself, it's okay. If you already finished it, Wednesday, you just need, you can log in anywhere and use your Zoom to show me. Then that's it. Or if you don't want to show me, you just tell me, send me an email. I'm sure I finished everything as showed, and I can check in. I can log in and check online, check your database. Then that's okay. If you have questions, you can Wednesday at this time, I will log in Zoom, answer any questions to provide help for this lab assignment. Wednesday, that lab time is designed for you to complete this lab assignment, this practical Primavera practice. So at that time period, this lab is assigned to you guys. You can work over there, or you can remotely work over there. That's good. So I will remotely answer questions. Okay, so for Wednesdays. And to the answer for this problem, I want you to try more. And next Monday, we will keep working on this. Okay, that's it for today. See you guys this Wednesday. If you finish today, tomorrow for the Primavera practice, just send me an email. You don't need to show up on Wednesday. If you have questions, show up on Wednesday in Zoom. I can help you. Okay. See you guys next this Wednesday or next Monday.